Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Tuesday night's calendar.
Here are tonight's main stories. Good evening. First tonight, the parents of Gracie Spinks, who it's thought was stabbed to death by a suspected stalker, say police could have done more to prevent her from being killed. Gracie died in June while looking after her horse in a field at Duckmanton near Chesterfield.
The body of her former work colleague, 35-year-old Michael Sellers, was found half a mile away. Gracie's parents say she'd complained to Derbyshire Police about being stalked, but they believe the force failed her. They've been talking to our reporter Katy Rickitt today on what would have been Gracie's 24th birthday. Well, next tonight, the woman from North Nottinghamshire who went into surgery for a caesarean section but whose bladder was removed by mistake.
Yes, Felicity Benyon from Mansfield underwent an emergency hysterectomy in 2015, but staff at the Queen's Medical Centre in Nottingham cut out her bladder without realising.
Well, she's now urging other families to speak out about poor maternity care after the same hospital trust was linked to the deaths and serious injuries of dozens of babies. Nancy Cole has the story.
Next tonight, the area around the Humber is to become the UK's first carbon capture cluster, with the government aiming to create industrial areas that are net zero carbon by 2040. And staying with the energy sector on the Humber, an investigation is being carried out into the cause of a chemical leak at the Easington gas terminal near Withensea. Centrica, which operates the site, says work will not resume at the terminal until the...
Meanwhile, after the government announced funding today for homeowners to switch their gas boilers for low-carbon alternatives such as heat pumps, it turns out our region could also be a key player in another form of heating.
That's right, engineers are working on a new form of clean, green, renewable energy which could see dozens of Britain's defunct deep coal mines brought back into action.
Yes, water heated by the earth could be pumped out of flooded pits and turned into a sustainable form of power. Experts at the Coal Authority say there's a potential to kickstart a new industry, create jobs and tackle climate change. Matt Price has been to one project testing out that theory. Amazing to bring those old mines back into use.
It's been boggling my brain how, but I think that was explained really well there.
Yeah, every day's a school day.
Every day is a school day.
Now stay with us because still to come from...
And besides, Police and Crime Commissioner says the outcome of an inquest into the death of a man from Hull shot dead by police will have possible implications for the whole of policing. A backup helicopter's in action for Links and Knott's air ambulance after an aircraft got stranded in a field near Grimsby. More than 800 people have signed a petition calling for a statue to commemorate Hull's beloved bee lady. Jean Bishop died at the age... Thanks, Charlene. But first up on calendar, just a couple of weeks into the new university year, there are growing concerns that too few students are able to study maths to degree level. I wonder why that is, Matt.
Well, quite. I mean, campaigners are trying to persuade higher education institutions to offer more courses in pure maths, which focuses on theory, rather than applied maths, which looks at its practical uses.
I was useless at maths. But without it, they say, we could have a skills shortage at a time when a number of skills are proving increasingly important. James, see, I can't even read a sentence, let alone do maths. James Webster reports.
So you reckon you're pretty rubbish at maths?
I'm awful at maths. I
was okay, but, well, I could just about get by. John, I reckon you're the brainiest man in the room, frankly.
Yeah. It's sort of abstract, isn't it? But I do know that. You didn't know that, did you?
3,
you do now.
5,
anyway, it was shine to go with it, so that is good.
Oh, God.
that one's got to go faster or...
Go faster.
That's
very, very quickly then, John. Yes. Favourite dinosaur?
Oh, dinosaur.
Oh, John, you're my favourite dinosaur.
Oh, the reason for that?
Well, yes, because finally tonight, if you're a big fan of all things prehistoric, then Thoresby, that way, there you are, in Nottinghamshire, might be the place to visit.
Yeah, thanks for the wizardry of technology. Hundreds of life-size dinosaurs, such as the Velociraptors or the ferocious Tyrannosaurus Rex, have taken up residence in the grounds there. We sent lucky old Phil Brewster along to have a look.
Whether it's real or not, I wouldn't put my hand in its mouth.
No, either would I. I was just wondering whether that's you without your coffee in the morning as well.
Yeah, thank you. Let's move on. Here's John with the weather.
John. That's it for now. I'll have your next update at 10:30.
The national and international stories are next with Charlene White.
But for now, from all the team here on Calendar, thanks ever so much for watching and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.